Hi there, I'm CH4's Methane, but you can call me CH4. Okay, look, I know what I said like 4 videos ago. I'll be playing a horror game. Listen, I'ma keep it 100% with yous. I don't think this video is ever gonna come out. When I was trying to edit it and stuff, it just wasn't coming together. I can't seem to talk and have gameplay at the same time whilst trying to get scared. That's like an impossible task. I wasted my time doing another gameplay to another horror game, and that was equally as difficult. I don't know how gaming YouTubers do it. So I'm gonna stick to my corner of the internet and do animation and storytelling. Also, horror games just don't scare me like that. I'm certain it's those hours of watching Cory Kenshin that has made me get so used to the horror genre. As a matter of fact, horror as a genre in films and TV doesn't scare me either. I deadass got out of my way to find things to scare me, but it just never works. That's not to say I'm not scared of stuff. I used to be scared of ghosts all the time. I remember once this lady came up to me because for some reason my parents were telling her about how I'm afraid of ghosts, and so she took me outside of the building into the deep dark night, and she told me your mind starts to make things up when you're in the dark and expects you to see ghosts and ghouls and just weird figures, but that's just like a figment of your imagination. I forgot what exactly she did, but she reached out her hand and pointed outwards. I don't know if I was in the middle of an insane satanic ritual, but she kind of freaked me out. But I got what she was saying. Unfortunately, all that talking and motivation to move away from me being scared of ghosts would crumble like a month later. I'd say 10 or 11 years ago, we lived in a house with another family. London rent doesn't pay itself, so living in shared houses was the way to go. During this time, I learned to master waterbending because I had a lot of social anxiety, so until my parents got home, I would avoid leaving my room to go to the toilet, and to get to the toilet, I had to cross the hallway with a sharp turn to the left. The room in the left was the living room. Past that was the kitchen, and directly darting through was the bathroom. So one night, just before going to bed, I wanted to go to the toilet. I opened my door and get prepared to run through this obstacle course. I also hated turning on lights in the living room or kitchen because I didn't want it to seem like I'm wasting electricity, because the other family owned the house more than my parents did. Like the entire living room was just all their property. So no turning on lights. I speed walked as fast as I could, and oh boy, the sweet taste of victory was astounding as I got over the toilet and sprayed it down. Right, I'll stop there with that part. But anyways, I definitely celebrated too early because on the way back, I was still speed walking, and then I turned left to go out of the living room and into the hallway. As I walk into the hallway, I turn left to look at the staircase, and I see a ghost-like figure hanging on it like it's ready to pounce at me with a big-ass smile. I screamed my lungs out and took it into my room.
Doctor, what the fuck is happening?
I jumped into the bed and my mom was right there, and she asks what happened, touching my heart. She could feel it pounding like I was having a bloody heart attack. I couldn't even speak. This was the one time I got scared the literal crap out of me. Then the door creaks open. I'm paralyzed, laying down on the bed with tears running at my eyes. And the last thing I want to see is some figure coming through that door and grabbing me by my legs. But in fact, I just see that it was the other family's son walking in with a smile. This man deadass thought he pranked me at like 11 p.m. in the dead of night. He definitely got a whipping from his parents, so they came downstairs and makes him apologize to me, because I would have woken up the neighbors since the houses there in London were like connected together. Well, at least the part of London I'm from have similar houses all connected together with no gaps in between. Other than that traumatic event, I've had dreams, but I'll talk about it in another video because I want to cover it as my psychological state. But yeah, if you enjoyed listening to this, subscribe, like, comment down below, whatever you want, and share with your friends. Other than that, goodbye.